Hey there, I just wanted to take a second to show you kind of how to navigate the OMS. So I know I talked to your mom earlier and I had emailed you my room link and you haven't come in yet, so I just thought I would do this and email this to you as well. That way you always have it. So I am logged in as a student. Your view might look a little bit different, but for the most part it should be the same. So to get to this page, you want to click on classes. Let me just show you. I'll reset that here in a second. Right, so this is your landing page. Here's going to be your schedule. It'll show you what class connects you have for that day. And then over here on your scheduled items, it's going to show like what assignments are due that day. So you don't start doing your scheduled assignments until Monday. Well, actually Monday is no school. So Tuesday, February 19th, that's when you'll start checking out your scheduled items. This week, you're only working on your course plans, your course prep plans. So here's your announcements. This will give you all of your announcements. Okay, that's a lot, which of course those are mine. So yours will look different. But if you want to check out individual announcements for each class, which you need to be doing every day, you click on classes, and then I'm just social studies, so that's the only class I have, but you're going to see all of them. You want to make sure that you go into every single class, every single day. That's going to be super important because you're going to see specific announcements. So in social studies, you're only going to see social studies assignments, right? And so you want to click on this scavenger hunt. I clicked open in a new tab because you're going to need both open to do it. So you'll put your first name, your last name, and then you're just going to answer these questions, right? So where do you find the pages you need to read for a lesson? Okay, is it course content? Is it grades? Is it student guide? So we're going to go ahead and click on right over here. Actually, let me switch back to my student view. All right, so right over here on the left-hand side, well, before we get into that, let me just kind of show you everything. You've got this class content banner up top, okay? You can scroll through and see everything that you're going to do for this semester. Up top, you've got class home. That's where we're at right now. You can click on plan, and it's going to show you specifically what you need to complete just for social studies. Okay, you can see these assignments are due at 4 o'clock. That's how it'll look. And remember that you're in your social studies class, so it's just social studies. The content tab is going to be all of the content for this year. And so, like, later, your course prep plan has you completing 8.01 and 8.02. This is just one way that you can get there. So if you click on content, you scroll down on the left-hand side. If you click on Unit 8, you're going to see all those that drop down underneath it. They're also all on the right-hand side. Okay, but if you're, over here and you say, okay, 8.01 Exploring Africa, you can click on that. Okay, these are the 3 modules that you're going to complete for this lesson, right? So this is part of your course prep plan. This is what you need to do this week. So you just go through them, right? Here's our unit introduction over Africa. It tells you everything that you're going to be learning in this unit. And then you can just click your next arrow. The lesson introductions are super important because there's this blue button, this lesson resources button. You want to click that. This tells you your objectives, okay? So by the end of this lesson, here's what you're going to be able to do, right? And then the materials is really important because it says, okay, you're going to need your student guide. Here's the answer key, right? You don't look at the answer key until after you've completed the lesson, right? It's kind of like, I don't grade this, and so the answer key is really for your learning coach and you to sit down and say, okay, here's what you answered right, here's what you got wrong, here's what we need to look at some more. And then this is really great too because this shows you what pages you need to read for the lesson. So you're discovering World Geography book, right? You're going to turn to page 570 and 580 through 583, and that's what you're going to be reading. Okay, and as you read, if you click on your student guide, it's going to pop up in a new tab. This tells you everything you're going to be doing. This is the lesson, okay? So it says, as you read, define these words, okay? There's some map work, right? It asks you to answer some physical map skills questions on these pages. You can write that here. You can print this right up here, or you can select all. Let me see if it'll let me do it. Nope. You can just highlight everything, copy, and then paste it into a Word document, and you can answer it on your computer. Just make sure you save it in a place like I recommend on your desktop. Just have a social studies folder, have an English folder, okay? Anything you want to save, it goes in there. So like I said, I'm not grading these. This is for you and for your learning coach. Answer key, you want to go over that after you're done with the lesson. Right? And then you can just click through and say, okay, here's my goals. This goes along with the student guide, right? Going on the computer. So you want to complete your student guide and then review the goals, right? Here's your daily checklist. Okay, I need to read page 580 through 583. I need to complete the student guide. And then I need to complete the Explore the Geography of Africa activity, right? And again, goals for the lesson, that's the same thing as the objectives that we just looked at. Our objectives are the same as our goals. Keep clicking through. Okay, so download the student guide. Use the student guide as you work through the lesson and save it with your others. So again, here's another place that you can find that student guide. It's the same thing. If you click on it, it's the exact same thing we just pulled up. So there's more than one way to get to it. And again, it tells you, hey, read this. Right? So your lessons, you actually need to be completing this student guide. It's more than just clicking through the lesson. Okay? And then once you click through, you're done with your student guide. It's going to take you back to this page. Right? Learn, explore the geography. There's more map work. Okay? Actually, I'm still in this. Keep going next. Here's activity resources. Again, it's your answer key. Okay, so this is all found in your content tab. Okay, progress tab is super great. You're going to want this tab. Of course, it doesn't show anything since I'm just using it as a student, but when you log in on progress on the left-hand side, you can check out, there's another way to get to content on the left-hand side. There's also going to be quizzes, and if you click on quizzes, you can see all the quizzes. You'll see your grade, right? So for a lot of them, you're exempt because you're starting late, which is totally fine. Exempt doesn't count against you, it just means you don't have to do it. But when you click on quizzes, you can actually see how many attempts you have at each quiz, right? So you can see if you have 0 for 2, then that means you haven't taken the quiz yet. If you have 1 for 2, that means you have 1 more attempt, right? And you can always get a 3rd attempt. You just come see your teachers and help Blab or email us and let us know. Grades tab is another place that kind of looks like a report card, right? It just shows you all your assignments for social studies and your grades, right? And those are really the big tools that you're going to be using in the platform. Okay, so I think I pretty much showed you everything that you need to know for your student guide. If you have any questions, please let me know. Or not for your student guide, your scavenger hunt. I've also thought today was Thursday, not Wednesday, so I apologize for the scatterbrainness. But yeah, so do your scavenger hunt. Do 8.01 and 8.02. Again, I don't remember if I showed you this, but on the left-hand side, I showed you how to get to that through content. You can also click through up here, click on Africa, Unit 8, and get there that way. Or on the left-hand side where it says class plan, upcoming events, make sure that that arrow is down. This is what we're working on this week. You're not working on this week, right? You're working on your course plan. But you do have to do 8.01 and 8.02. You can click on them there and get there that way as well. Okay? I think that's all I have to show you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Give me a call, shoot me a text message, or email me, and I am happy to help. I'm so excited that you're here at TOPS. I look forward to seeing you in my Meet the Teacher session tomorrow morning.